I'm Sir Flowbojan Thunderhammer.
And I'm Teflon Frosthammer.
And I'm Cabbage Tidehammer.
And none of those dildos are going to be here. Hi, this is Baronet Vidalia.
This is Lord Quan Quarrel.
And this is WAP. That's Women, Amtgard, and People.
If Amtgard knighthood means anything, you can't knife a motherfucker and keep it.
And the thing that people need to understand.
Okay, guys, thanks for coming on the podcast. We're recording right now.
Doing a Black Phoenix.
We have on Catnip and Beibhinn today on WAP. And so, can you give us a quick introduction about yourselves?
Mind-blowing experience.
Oh, what? Okay, I go first. I'm Catnip Everbitch, captain of White Oak, and I've been in the game for about 6-7 years. I can't even remember at this point. I feel old now, and I'm not old. I'm not old. Leave me be. I married old. I grave robbed. That's the difference. I collect old bones.
Grave robbed.
I did. He cradle robbed. I grave robbed. I mean, I collect dead things. That's fine.
Fair enough.
My name is Beibhinn Windrider. I've been in the game, I think 7 years at this point. Oh, good grief. That was a long time ago.
Now you feel old.
No, I just feel weathered.
I feel weathered.
So, Beibhinn, I know you recently got your Paragon Druid, right?
Yes, that was actually really cool.
Tell us about that.
Oh, goodness. So, it was definitely something I worked for a while. Worked a lot with my Paragon sponsor at the time, Jarek Mander. Went back and forth before a lot of the events, like doing spell list discussions, talking battle game strategy with him and with a few of the other Paragons, just trying to figure out how to be the most effective that I could playing the style of Druid I wanted to. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there was a lot of like prep work ahead of time to get ready for the event, but I'm pleased with how it turned out.
Nice.
And that scroll was pretty badass.
Oh, the scroll was beautiful.
Yeah. So you're one of our few female Paragons. I think we have you, Arco, Alenia. Is there anyone else?
We have Tenebrae.
Okay. I don't know if I've ever met her.
Pyam's girlfriend. She, I think, was... Druid, thank you. I was like, I can't remember. It's been a while. So, yeah, I think that's everybody. I'm sorry if we forgot anybody else. We love you.
I'm trying to remember. I should probably pay more attention to who all's in the chat.
There's a lot. I mean,
it's fine. I'm sure they'll correct us in the comments.
They'll call us out. They won't correct us.
Like, no, I am here too.
It's like,
acknowledge my existence.
Catnip, recently you did a panel Q&A thing for Archer. How did that go?
It was awkward. It's always awkward. Just because like Rabbit came to me and was like, hey, I want you to do a Q&A with me. I was like, about what? About being a badass? Sure. No, it was about Archer because I've played the class since starting Amtgard. And a lot of people know that and was like, people want to know, so why not? And a lot of people were asking about some things and I'm like, with basic answers, not like beautiful stories or like, oh, I do this technique and everything. I'm like, you aim and fire like a sniper and don't take shit from nobody.
I mean, that's good advice just across the board.
and don't hit the heads.
Yeah, heads don't count, unfortunately.
Sometimes you have to remember that because I cross game in DAG and heads do count. And every time I'm like, I got that head. Wait, that's the Amtgard.
Recalculate.
We aim lower. So yeah, it was fun. And I got nervous with the questions. I was like, I don't want to answer questions. Thank you for your time.
Well, it's great that you came on a podcast where all I'm going to do is ask questions.
I've prepared myself. I had my Coke. I didn't have my Reese's, but I had a Coke.
So how's White Oak?
It's good. I was a little disappointed because before the pandemic, we were going there every weekend. We were growing, and we actually was having a good little schedule with Iron Springs because they meet mostly during the week. because they're on a campus during the school year, and then they go to another park during the summer. But once the pandemic hit, it was like a lot of our new players in numbers went down. And we're now trying to rebuild it as much as possible. And the good thing about White Oak is we have a lot of experienced fighters. Like, gosh, how many Seraphim are in White Oak now?
All of them.
Well, you got Kazan, Jarek, you, Cade,
You.
me, Agar.
Uh-huh.
Are we forgetting somebody?
Are we forgetting somebody?
I don't know. We're bad.
I know, we're going to get shit on the chat now. And then we have...
Where's Calculon from?
Oh, he's in Athens. He's in Georgia, but that's a bit of a truck for him.
Okay.
But, you know, maybe he'll come out more now that he works from home like Cade and, you know, come hang out with us.
He does come occasionally. So
Yes.
Did we say Cade? Did we count him in
I think we counted Cade.
I hope we counted my husband.
I don't remember.
I love you.
I was about to say, that one's your responsibility.
I'm responsible for everybody, it seems like. I don't want to be.
That's because you're the captain.
I am the captain. But I think that helps a lot of parks. Like, you know, Radiant Valley, they have a lot of good, like, veteran people at their park, and that seems to help. Right now, the only thing is getting the lift off. Like, we got a good group. We just need everybody there every weekend. And we just started that transition we used to do bi-weekly during the pandemic, but majority of people on our chat have been vaccinated, and now we've started to do every week. And now it sucks because the heat wave has came.
Yeah, there was the heat wave plus the tropical storm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's have nice weather, please. And I'm hoping by the end of this year, we'll have the numbers we want.
Ideally.
Ideally. More than 10.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Please.
So, what is your day-to-day Amtgard experience like at White Oak pre-pandemic?
Pre the pandemic, we did a lot of like training for fighting.
Okay.
Like everyone, we would, you know, warm up single sword, then warm up with other styles, then we'll do a ditch. And then once everyone got really tired from the ditch, and I was like, okay, one-on-one training. What do you want to work on?
Yeah, you rest while other people are fighting and go, oh, yeah.
And everyone watches and gives you critiques and gives you tips, or like, hey, you are doing really good on this. Like, you need to keep that part going. And then before the pandemic, we actually were implementing, because we got new players who started expressing now interest in class battling. Okay. And then we had enough players for class battle. So we were like, let's do it.
Nice.
And Cade was really good. And so was Kazan, about like creating like just basic class battle games so everyone can get implemented with the class they wanted to do. And then the pandemic hit and ruined our fun.
Yeah, that's kind of how the story goes.
And then I got bored because I kept finding Kazan and Cade forever.
Right.
Because those are the only two people in my household. And I was like, I want to fight more people.
I hate when you go to a kingdom event or something and you're doing a ditch and then you line up with the person from your park. It's like, I fight you every week.
Shoot.
I'm here for fresh meat.
Yes. Like, I'm done with you. You know what I can do. Just walk away. Turn around, walk away.
Yeah. So I know Radiant Valley has now started a fighter practice. And one of the things that I really enjoy doing is a squirrel pit. Are you familiar?
Is that like
Squirrel?
a bear pit?
It's a bear pit, but loser stays. That way they get the most amount of practice.
Okay, so yeah, instead of the bear winning,
Yeah, the squirrel.
you get the squirrel. Oh my god, I want to do that. You lose, you stuck there now.
You
Hey, what are
stay
the
until you get
things-
better.
you get better. Come on, squirrel, be the bear.
One of the things that we like to do at Radiant Valley is we will roast the squirrel while they're fighting.
We will. When did this become a barbecue?
Yeah, so like we'll I think one thing that Lucas said to Teflon was that he looked like Seth Rogen's Luigi.
Wow.
I don't.
Or that Flo looked like Dave Grohl got left out in the rain.
Jesus.
So, you know, we have fun.
It's like
You said roast the squirrel, and I know what you were talking about, but the first thing that popped in my head was like an image of everybody standing there with a flamethrower being like, don't lose.
I was just thinking like everyone, the squirrels in the center, like in a fabulous like throne, like the roast in Comedy Central, and everyone comes and just like, we're gonna talk shit about you, and I'm like,
I joke that that's what I want for if I ever get knighted, my vigil to be is the roast of Dahlia.
get little spotlights, everybody get like in their best court garb.
Yeah, so everyone comes up and like roasts me or whatever.
You gotta have a fabulous throne if we're gonna do a proper roast, because you
That's
gotta
fair.
get comfy for all the poo flinging that's gonna be coming your way.
Yeah, the last blow unreturned.
You got this thing. Now we're gonna roast you. Jeez. This is better than a punchline.
Right? The buffeting line.
Yeah, man, when they just punch you, I'm like, you know what? If they did that at my night, I'm sorry, I'm returning fire. My turn.
I mean, you get a punch one at the end, right?
I don't know. I'm punching anybody who punches me.
I just imagine the first person come up and you like cold cock them and they just drop.
Nobody wants to punch Catnip anymore.
All right, buffeting line over.
It's like, okay, we're done here. COC right there.
So I'm most familiar with both of you guys is like fighting. What else do you like to do? Amtgard related.
So, I haven't gotten to do it in a while, but one of the things I really like doing is both working on chainmail and doing leatherworking.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I've got like a project that I'm trying to plan. It's going to be a long-term one. I'm going to make a set of wood grain leather armor for Chuck, but I know that one's going to be a long time in the making, and it's going to definitely be one of those things where I'm stretching my skill as I go, like, okay, we've got to make this look nice.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you making him ankle braces too?
We are creating him a
Probably.
robot suit. We shall rebuild him.
it's just going to be a set of Spartan armor. Be like, all right, here you go.
For those of you that don't know, Chuck is Jarek, and he's a seraphim,
Yes.
and he's really tall. And he has the unfortunate problem, like Flo, where his ankles are made of glass.
Wait, he actually got that diagnosis. He has like the ankles. Well, the doctor says like the ankles of a 70-year-old.
I'm sorry, Jarek, you have bitch ankles.
You do, and I'm like, oh. I'm just like, we just need ice and pray over it. Pray to the Amtgard
We're going to
gods.
lay on hands. The ankle be like, be healed.
He needs a lot of like healers and druids before every battle game. Over the ankles, the knees, and the shoulder.
You just like tie a bunch of protection from harm around his ankle.
Yes.
Double knot it.
I've been interested in just a little bit of service, but my thing is like which kind of service, and I've actually been thinking about doing more of the poppycrat kind of stuff because Cade has a 8-year-old daughter, and she's been getting more and more interested in Amtgard, and I do like Cade says I'm great with the kids with imagining stuff and being like as hyped as them, and I'm like, because I'm a hype man, I'm always ready to hype up everybody. And I want to get more into that because I would like to see more families in Amtgard, because I don't want people feeling like they can't come to Amtgard, and I think it would raise the attendance in our kingdom where they feel like there's a place for their kids too, and not just like, oh, well, now I have to watch every inch of them. They're not going to have fun, and I can't have fun because I'm worried about my kids. And if there's other kids, they entertain themselves. Like, you can give them a string and they'll make up some weird game with a string for hours. Or if you give them like a mission and they'll be like, let's do this. And they'll come up with like 1,000 strategies for that one mission.
Yeah.
And they're happy. And then they're more disappointed when you say, it's time for bed. And they're like, it's not over. The mission isn't completed. And you're like, I'm sorry. So I want to see more of that. And I want to implement that because I haven't seen a lot of drive in Winter's Edge of that since Ruke did the Olympics for the kids. God, what event was? Oh, that was Kazan's crown knighting. Yeah, that was the event with Kazan's crown knighting.
I think it was the Titanomachy.
I think that's what it was too, because she had like this huge cute Olympics for all the kids, and they all got like medals, and they got to make torches that they ran around like the Olympics, and they got presented it and everything. All the parents were there. It was adorable.
I know we had some puppet crats at Symposium as well. I know they did like a little scavenger hunt where they had to find like, oh, a monarch of this person or whatever.
I'm gonna be. I was a horrible parent. Like Cade was mostly in charge of the small child at that event, so I wasn't like, I don't remember much of the Poppycrat there. But he said it was a really good scavenger hunt. There was a lot of kids there, and I want to see more of that in Winter's Edge. So I want to be like, I'm gonna slide on through and help.
Right. So Cabbage's kid, we call him Sprout.
That's adorable.
I'm done.
Yeah. He's 7. He's gonna be 8 in a couple months. So we should pit our kids together like Pokemon style.
Look, I'm just saying my kid's a savage because I raised a savage. I raised that child since she was barely 2, and like she's cute. But have you ever seen that bunny from Mighty Python?
Yeah.
It's just a wee rabbit. That is my child's spirit animal. She looks cute, but she will shank you the first chance she gets. And I'm like, I'm proud of you.
Abel really likes axes, so we have a big one at the park that he likes to utilize, run around whacking people.
She wants to be the person that saves everybody.
I also have a 6th level druid, and so I've trained him to be my golem.
Oh,
And he knows all of the like buffs that he can take, like the little
oh my god, that's adorable.
Yeah.
No, she wants to take the biggest sword out there and go whack people with it. And I was like, yeah, go do it. You don't need no savior. You are the savior.
I'm like, go forth, my minion.
Go forth, my minion. She wants to dress up as a chicken for me. She wants to be my little. She wants to be Mini Thundercluck.
Amazing.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have looked up mini chicken child suits because she's not gonna grow tall.
So for those of us that don't know, what is Thundercluck?
Oh my god! So there was this. It was like the beginning of Winter's Edge's like history, and we have Mechia. And Mechia started. They were like the cow park, and Anomaly like was the one that started. I believe started it, and he was the cow king over there, and everyone was wearing cow stuff, and he was bringing a lot of people to kingdom events, and there was discussion of a chicken versus cow event. And I was like, God, I think my 3rd or 4th year in Amtgard, I was like, I want to be involved in this stuff. Like, I want to, everyone else in my group is involved. I want to be involved somewhere. I want to be the chicken. So I made a proposal. I made an email, and I went to Pyam, who was the PM, and I go, I want to be the chicken. Here's my proposal for the chicken suit, and I'm willing to pay half if the kingdom paid for half of it. And he goes, you want us to invest in a chicken suit? And I was like, here's the chicken suit I've already picked out, and I can pick it up at my office near my work. And he goes, there's a chicken suit near your office? Don't you work in a courthouse? I'm like, that's not the point. Are you willing to accept my proposal? So he told me to keep the receipt. And I bought that chicken suit, and I lived my best life. But it was a hot event. And we had like a side of chickens, and like some people brought like chicken masks or like bird masks so that they can, because the cows already had like cow stuff. And I was like, God, we're lame. We don't have anything. And someone brought like the squeaky, annoying chickens.
Yeah, the rubber chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And some people were getting so hyped. I remember Tarlock was like, what is happening? And I was like squeezing the chicken, and I got all hyped, and he goes, and he grabbed the chicken, and he was living for it. But it was hot. And I remember going into the freezer every like 10 minutes in that kitchen, and I kept scaring Bunch because I'm over here like flapping half of the suit, and he opens, he goes, what the? And I'm like, get out. And he was like, oh my God, the food is alive. He's like, I don't remember ordering chicken for the meal.
I still really want us to have a barnyard reign at some point.
Yes, I want to do that. That's my goal too, is so that we can have barnyards.
For a bit, Cabbage and I were running the farmers market household. So everyone who was like vegetable named. We were all together, and then if you didn't have a vegetable name, we would give you one.
Right.
So like, Quan became Kumquan, so like the Kumquat, and then
I love that's the vegetable. I love it. I'm a support of the of the.
Z became Zucchini.
Oh my god, I'm done.
No,
So,
keep going. This is great.
And Haraldur was in there too, but we couldn't come up with a vegetable name for him, so he was Haraldur Doorgreeter. He was like our cashier that worked the farmer's market.
I don't know why I think of a pumpkin when I see him.
Pumpkin, yeah. Maybe that's his spirit vegetable.
I don't know why I look at him like pumpkin. That's the first vegetable that came in my head when I thought of when she's about to. I'm like, he's a pumpkin. No, okay, he's not a pumpkin.
We also had another food name for Quan, which was the Klondike bar.
This is adorable. I approve of this. I need more vegetables. I need to invest my life in these vegetables.
Yeah, Radiant Valley has a large number of food names. We have Beefy, Pickles, obviously Vidalia, Cabbage. My page is Juniper. Lots of food names.
I need more. I needed carrots. Where's my carrots? Where's broccoli at?
Right?
I need broccoli in my life. Not that I would eat the broccoli. I just want to see broccoli live its best life. I want to see these vegetables live their best life in their household with these awesome names. This is all I need.
So yeah, we could have a vegetable militia for the farm themed.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
What contribute? They bring tributes to the gods, Thundercluck and the bovine god. What do you bring to us? There's also another animal. It was the manatee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where we kind of just deemed him the Loki of the group because he would just start like the cow and chickens fight by talking shit. It's like you heard what the cows say. Like, what did the cows say? What does beef say about this? And yeah, but they never. It was like, who was it? Wall Baron. Mm-hmm. He would just stay on the sidelines of the battlefield and just laugh, and just go to each like random chicken and cow. Be like, you hear what that guy said? You should go kill that guy. Just start more drama in the field. We're like, we're going.
So Beibhinn,
Yes.
would you side with the chickens or the cows, or the vegetables?
Oh dear. I'm torn. I feel like as a Paragon Druid, I should side with the vegetables. Be like, grow little vegetables.
You're a druid too. Grow my vegetables. My vegetable army.
But on the other side, I feel like I should support but Thundercluck. Since I've been on Thundercluck's team before.
Yeah, we had it at White Oak.
Yeah, I went to the Thundercluck Rebellion.
Yeah, man. Cows couldn't handle us. Everybody wanted to be Team Cluck.
I remember those belt flags.
Oh yeah, the reversible ones.
Yeah, so people didn't have to choose. I was like, I could make double the belts, or I could be lazy and just put them together. And I did. I chose laziness. Kids choose the easy, lazy route.
Is it lazy or is it effective?
It's efficient.
It's efficient. Okay, I can deal with that. I was gonna accept the laziness.
It's just like with a resume. You have to brand it in the best possible light for you.
Work smart, not hard.
I like that. Thundercluck ain't lazy. Thundercluck's smart.
So, what are you guys looking forward to most now that we're having Kingdom level events again? Eventually. Soon.
I'm
upcoming.
looking forward to full weekend events and being able to camp and fighting into the wee hours of the night, seeing everybody around Bardic circles, and just getting that chance to get away from real life for a while.
Yes.
Because I love our like one-day Kingdom events, but it's always really sad like having to go home the same day that we got there. Mm-hmm. It's like, but we were so close.
Where's my midnight ditching? Where's my Bardic circles. Where's all of these things?
Well, because you're trying to cram like all the joys of an event that you have on a weekend into like barely a day. It's like 8 hours. It's like a work day, and there's just not enough time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to like the rain themes again,
Yes.
where like open world stuff, and I am looking forward to just seeing our kingdom grow, because it was nice watching at every week or every event we had. It was like more new people, new parks. I mean, there's some parks I don't even know exist in Winter's Edge, and like it's not like, oh, I don't care. It's like the pandemic isolated everybody.
We got a lot of new parks at the beginning of the pandemic, and no one has had the chance to really visit them. And then during the pandemic, we've gotten even more new parks.
Yeah, and that sucks. I'm like, this is the chance to see them is at Kingdom events, and I'm like, please, can we have those again?
Yeah, I think our new ones are Morgan's Bluff,
Never heard.
Oh, it's Tennessee. It's near
Memphis.
Yeah,
area.
Souls Crossing.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There's Cinderfell.
There's Cinderfell. There's
Heard of that
Howling
one.
Pines.
Didn't hear that
I
one.
think they're in Alabama.
Well, we need more parks in
Near, like-
Alabama, so that's a
near, like,
good
Ever
investment.
Living
That's a
Woods.
good investment. We need more of those in Alabama.
And we also have Buccaneers Respite, which is up near like Bristol, Johnson City area. It's in the mountains.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half from Knoxville.
Are they our dwarves since they're in the mountains?
I think they're pirates because Buccaneers Respite. They're near a
Okay, I
river.
can approve that.
Mountain
It's-
pirates.
I was hoping
You know,
dwarves, but
the
you know.
rare mountain pirates.
I was kind of I was hoping for dwarves, but you know.
They could be pirate dwarfs.
They're up where Hawks Point used to be.
Okay, well I want to go visit them now. A captain has to meet other captains.
They're actually a really great park. They're the first park I visited outside of Radiant Valley.
Okay,
Yeah, they're really sweet. Broke my first sword there.
Oh.
that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, you know, like
I broke my first sword.
Ruben, he was the monarch there for a while. I don't know if he is currently, but I broke my sword on his sword, and I turned it into a dagger, and I was like, Ruben,
And
here's my first like stepping stone into Amtgard.
at least you repurposed the broken sword.
Yeah,
Like that's a good. There you go. Like some people are just like screw it,
It's
and
like
you're
the
like no.
broken blade has been reforged.
yes, exactly.
And it'll be a constant reminder of you're one of the stepping stones of
Right.
fighting.
So it's like a Amtgard coming of age, breaking your first sword.
Yes, I approve this message.
Yeah.
Stamp of approval.
And so Buccaneers Respite has that place for me. It's amazing. And the people there are really sweet. And there's Pals, which has like these seasoned Frenchy fries. So
I also can't wait for like restrictions to start lifting and travel being more reasonable without fear.
yeah.
So I can go visit some of these parks. It's I'm ready for it. It's all these new parks. Like, you know, I love my park, but I also want to see other people. And now that the Kingdom stuff's coming up too, I can meet more new fighters. I need the
Eastwind
blood.
Wyvernborn. We also have those. Sorry.
What?
They're the park where Eastwind Castle used to be, or
Okay.
and then Sylvanglade moved.
Right.
And then
yeah,
Okay.
Eastwind Wyvernborn is now there. They're
Okay.
another park that recently joined.
Okay. Cool.
Couldn't leave them out.
I was just trying to think. I'm like, I don't remember this. Oh yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember this. It's old age.
Pandemic parks.
Pandemic parks.
So, which park are you looking forward to visiting most? It doesn't have to be a new one either. It can be any park. It doesn't have to be our kingdom.
Well, it's funny because I'm already going to see them tomorrow. I was looking forward to Radiant Valley just because I know a lot of like good friends there.
Yeah.
Like my knight's there, a lot of fighters. I'm really excited to see like you, Cabbage, Flo, Subway. Probably thinking I'm forgetting other people. Like of course my knight.
That's
Just-
Sir Duffer.
Yes, and there's another park I'm interested in. I would actually go back to Everliving Woods. We went to the jugging event. I like going to their park for class battles
Nice.
because a lot of them are very class battle like oriented, and I like that. And I want to play. I'm trying to get into my desire to do class battles.
That's fair. What about you, Beibhinn?
Oh gosh. I've not been to Everliving, so that'd be a really fun one to visit. I don't know. I think I'd like to do some inter-kingdom travel at some point, just to see like how the culture changes as you get away from the local area. Because for the most part, unless it's been going to, I think, one event in Neverwinter and going up to Keep, I've not really been able to go to many parks from other kingdoms. So I'd like to do that. Maybe like go pick up some really cool fighting tricks and come back and be like, hey guys, look what I learned.
That makes sense. I actually went to my first other kingdom, inter-kingdom park a couple weeks ago. We went to Falling Fire for Stinkfoot's Knighting. It was, the culture there is really different. I mean, of course, they had a lot of great fighters. We did an Iron Man.
Oh, I miss Iron Mans.
But also, I mean, I'd heard how political Neverwinter was, but like seeing it firsthand, I was like, wow. Yeah. I would not survive in Neverwinter.
That's why we have Winter's Edge.
Yeah. No offense, Neverwinter. You're great, but
You're great
it's
neighbors.
not my flavor.
You're great neighbors.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to remember. I know that one of the Neverwinter events was the first Kingdom event we ever went to, because our park in Mississippi joined Neverwinter, and so like me and Elenia and a few other friends took a trek down to our home kingdom, and it's like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be like, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun meeting some of the new people.
Yeah, I really love the people in Neverwinter. They're super friendly. Is it Sir Squire?
Yes, Robin.
Yeah, she
she's
bought
a
me beer
sweetheart.
at Symposium, so now we're best friends.
And I used to be in her beltline, so like that was one of the reasons we were going there, was to meet her
Oh, nice.
and be like, hey.
So I think I don't know Beltline super well. So feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, which I usually am. But I think Sir Squire is in the same Beltline as Sir Dame Stinkfoot, who Flo was belted to before he got knighted. So that means that like distant belt cousins to Cabbage, right?
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'm bad.
Look,
at,
it's kind of like our weird belted family. I mean,
Yeah, Duffer's Beltline is huge.
no, like here's the funny thing, and here's like, I think Kazan and I have a dating service between our belt lines. Because here's the thing, I'm the first Everbitch, and I married the first Mander, who's now going to be elevated to, his own belt family, kind of Moonshadow.
Yeah.
And then my first Everbitch, Elenia, is dating Vashirin,
Yeah.
who is a squire to Kazan.
And then the Ever Bastard is...
Haraldur is dating Z, who's part of the Manders. And then I have Lily, who is married to Jarek Mander.
Oh.
So all the Everbitches are entwined with the Manders. And we sat there one time at the dinner table. I was like, is this a dating service? Am I just collecting people for the Manders? This is really awkward. Okay.
I guess I escaped it because I already came into the belted family with a significant other.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't have services are not required.
I didn't have a bitch for you yet. Like, you already came with one, so I didn't need to I didn't need to go hunting for one. Apparently.
Right.
I'm like, I just thought that was the weirdest thing. I was like, that is like what? You didn't think about
Is that why it's the Everbitch line, because it automatically comes with one? Like, as you sign up, you get
It's in the contract. Like, if you're single, I sign you up. It's a dating service, and then I bring you a bitch, and then happily ever after. It's fine.
We should develop an app for you. You can send in
You can only swipe through the Mander belt line.
You can send in resumes.
These are the only ones you can have. I'm sorry. Until Kazan starts bringing in more, this is your option.
Yeah, but you could like take applications for beltlings. Be like, join my line, get a free partner.
You get made belt and partner for life. No returns.
A belt and someone to take it off.
No refunds.
Some exclusions apply.
I need a poster now of that. Need some advertisement. Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
My face is gonna hurt by the end of this.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of belt lines, I'm in the Who God belt line, which goes back to all the like Who Gods in Neverwinter, right? And so Gun is like my second belt cousin once removed or something. So I'm always like, Gun's my cousin. And it was really cute when we went up to Dragon's Hollow. Those sweet, adorable, cute babies, they said I fought like Gun. And I've never let them live it down. So
Sweet lambs.
yeah, they have no idea that I don't fight. I mean, I guess I do fight like Gun in the sense that we both use a sword and a shield. But aside from that, that's where the semblances end.
I'm glad you said the Beltline's name, because every time I see all the Who Gods and the first part, I'm saying like, how the hell do you pronounce half of those? I'm like, and who comes up with that? I need to know this process.
I think I have the story. So
okay, I need the tea.
There's the official version, which I don't remember. But there's like the Karu Who Gods, Who Gods, Abu Who Gods. I'm probably missing one. But apparently they got their names from the Whoville name generator, which was a thing from the 90s and early 2000s. So they just generated their Whoville names, and that's how they got the Beltline names.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I always wanted to ask Blondie, because when he was a Seraphim, but I never got a chance before he left, when he moved with his new job. And I was just like, who comes up with it? Is it like the alpha of the Who Gods come up with it? Like, I have now had my masterhood and have been approved of knighthood. Please bestow me my name. And it just floats down and you get this weird combination name. And that's your name.
I tried to find the Whoville name generator so I could see what my Who God name would be. Like if it were...
You gotta call dibs right now. Like...
Okay, but like I found articles about this name generator, but I couldn't find the actual website because it doesn't exist anymore. It was really sad. So if you can find the Who God name generator,
put in the comments. Yeah, we need this.
I need it.
It's a necessity for Vidalia's future knighting. It's a necessity, people. That'd be the greatest knighting gift right there. So we can figure it out before. Because I want to see this process. I'm dedicated now.
I also met my knight when we went down to Falling Fire for the first time. Venus. So I'm belted to Lexi. I'm her man-at-arms. And then Lexi is belted to Venus as a squire. And Venus does a lot of cool leatherworking. And I was nervous as shit going down there. I was like... Because I'd made my first, carved leather kidney belt thing for Stinkfoot.
Nice.
And I was like, oh God, Venus isn't gonna like it. She's gonna think I'm an idiot. Like, I mean, she'd be right, but I didn't want her to think that,
I think she would give you some credit because that's not your profession, and leather making is her profession.
Yeah.
Also, owning goats is her profession. Cause
Goats?
yeah, man, she got goats. She brought like a couple of them one event, and I was just like, every time they were like, Katie, you need to enter the tournament. I was like, hold on, beat them up. Okay, I'm going to play with the goats now.
Yeah, everyone, on the way down, they were prepping me. They were like, Venus, she might have a baby goat with her. And I was like, okay, I can dig that. And then I got there, no goats. I was prepped for goats.
And there was no goats?
Yeah.
I propose that for the barnyard rain, if it ever happens, we now add goats in.
Oh my, well, it needs to be all the vegetables, all of farm animals. I require this.
I think the vegetables would be afraid of the goats.
I mean, yeah.
We could declare them our arch nemesis.
It will be a glorious battle.
We're having a lot of wars here, man. Chickens versus cows, now vegetables versus goats. Look, I don't trust goats, man. They got them demon eyes. I don't trust that. They may look cute and cuddly, but when you see into their soul, you're like, no, I know what you've done.
It's better than llamas trying to eat poor Kazan's hair.
No, llamas are awesome and practical, and I'm sorry if Kazan's flawless hair looks yummy to the goats.
I have my llama in the car, actually.
Yes. My little,
I don't know if you saw, but I made the llama hood.
Yes, you sent it to me. It was adorable. I'm
I
like,
want to see this later. That
yes,
sounds cool.
he's got garb. He's ready to go.
Well, my llama doesn't have garb. Ferris Oxide. She's in the Revolting Fighting Company, so I made her llama hood the Revolting colors.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Gotta be stylish as a llama.
I'm not in a fighting company, so my llama can't get a hood yet. Hasn't earned it. Needs more warriors.
You can have a household hood.
That's true. Are you guys in households?
I'm in Thunder with it's a household that Duffer's in, and
Is that Bearclaw Thunder?
there's two different Thunders.
Okay.
So there's Bearclaw Thunder, which is a fighting company, and then there's the Bloodstone Thunder, which is a household, which is service. But it's funny because I didn't realize how deeply rooted Thunder is, especially in SCA, because I swear every time I wear my belt and it has all the Thunder symbols, I hear Thunder, and I was like, who the hell is that? And it's people in the Renaissance Fair who are in SCA, and they know who Thunder is. It's like a big name apparently in SCA, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Now I'm embarrassed. I feel like I'm embarrassing everybody. I gotta hide the belt. I don't know how to hide the belt because I need it because it's my pockets.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and before the pandemic, we actually wanted to like volunteer as a household to do something like, you know how some households do like the kitchen, like or the belt lines, like the drunks did for. We were trying to pick something, but then before we could even put a bid for something, hi pandemic. And I think we're gonna do something once things start dying down and we get back to hopefully normal LARPing life.
Yep. What about you, Beibhinn? Are you in a household?
I'm trying to remember. Well, I'm thinking about my orc. I was like, I think I'm still listed as being in a household that Solus had made at one point. It was like the rose or something. And like everybody got a different colored rose as part of it.
Aw, that's cute.
So
What color was yours? My assumption would be purple, but I'm not gonna make assumptions.
Somebody had already claimed purple, so I was sad, and I don't think it ever really got beyond that. We didn't get to do much, but
it was a very conceptual household.
it was very conceptual. But other than that, no, I don't believe so.
I'm in house Cerebus, and I think we're gonna be doing breakfast for the October inbreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because who's the feast crat for that event?
I should know this. I am in the coronation group chat. I also voted to approve the budget, so
It's COVID brain. It's okay.
think-
I give you brain farts.
I think it's Greymane.
I want to say you're correct from just the glance of the event page I saw.
Yeah, I think
Because I was being nosy. I was like, who am I crats?
Yeah. I'm also the Slack Crat, which is a position I made up.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
We're putting together like a little group that will be the reserve helpers, right? So we pick up the slack, hence the term Slack Crat.
Okay, I like that.
I like it.
I know a lot of other kingdoms have weird crat positions. Like some other kingdom has a vibe crat. Check your vibes.
Oh, I was like, is that like a hype man kind of thing? I can
That
get
would be
down.
cool.
I'd be hype man
I would
material.
get like the slatted sunglasses.
Oh my god, dressed like an anime character, like you got this.
What about the money gun? Like,
Oh my god. All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
maybe we should have a vibe crat. Next bid.
Next bid. Check your
great.
vibes.
But yeah, if anyone wants to be a slacker with me, applications are open. You'll get a button. It says I'm a slacker.
I love it.
I
That's
approve
cute.
this message. Another Catnip stamped approval. It's got Thundercloak's face on it.
We need to get you a stamp made.
I
like
do
that.
need a stamp. I approve a lot of stuff. I need a stamp. Need to be official.
You can make one actually using like a eraser, and you can just put catnip on it. Just make sure to write it backwards so when you stamp it.
No, it needs to not. No, because that's how Catnip would roll. Make it more challenging for people to read the stamp of approval. I don't live that easy life.
I think we should do one of like Thundercloak in profile.
Yeah.
With a rose.
You just
He's a fabulous
Are
chicken.
you like tuxedo masking it up in there all of a sudden?
Yes. He lives his best
Okay,
life.
So if you're stamping a cock onto a piece of paper, is it is it a mushroom stamp or I shouldn't laugh so hard at my own jokes.
No, you should.
I'm funny. That's why they have me on this podcast.
It's okay. My face hurts. It's the truth.
Who says women can't be funny?
Bitches. No, I'm sorry.
Not ever bitches.
No, not ever
bitches.
bitches. No, I heard something on TikTok where it was like this kid's like, we need to stop calling women bitches because bitches means female dogs and dogs are loyal and these hoes ain't loyal. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to live by that motto right now. These hoes ain't loyal.
Of course.
I'm sorry. That was the best TikTok I saw in weeks. And I was like, I'm done.
We would send each other TikToks. I would send you like
Yes.
little cat videos.
Yes.
Oh, I send her a lot of cat videos. I'm like,
There's this video on TikTok that I need to send you, and it's like a little drawer of stuffed animals, but it's got a little baby possum in it.
Emergency possum.
Emergency possum.
what do you need an emergency possum for?
I mean, I don't have an emergency honey badger to scare away people that piss me off, so I'll just throw a possum at them.
So wait, are we talking the American possum or the Australian possum?
American, they're gonna shank people in the alley.
My friend from Australia, she didn't understand why I was like, possums. Like, she was like, oh, possums, they're adorable. And then she sent me like a picture of the Australian possum. I'm like, that's not what a possum looks like. And you know, like in the night with its eyes glowing.
It's like I would like to report Australia for stealing America's possum and trading it with theirs.
Yeah, you would think the possum from Australia would be the one.
Well, they got all them other crazy animals, man. They gotta compete. They gotta be rough and tough. It's like jail for them. They're living their jail life in Australia.
Should we add the koala to the barnyard animals?
They're mean, and then they got fingerprints.
And chlamydia.
They got oh my god, they're a danger animal.
Yeah, apparently a large percentage of Australians koalas have chlamydia. Just as a side fact for you.
I just remember like fingerprints, and we had like a discussion at my work about that.
But they'll drop
Like-
down from trees.
Because if they touch something, and now they leave their fingerprints.
Why does this freak you out, Catnip?
Because it can go over actual fingerprints we need for crime. And you're like, whose fingerprint is this? And you're like, damn, it's a koala. Either the koala did it or he just interfered with our crime scene. This sucks.
There's just a serial killer koala out there.
In Australia, I would not be surprised. It is Australia. They have like giant spiders, and the citizens of Australia are okay with it. They just close the door and like, well, it will leave eventually. No, we burn the house and forget it.
That's where we need to send our AI marketing to, is Australia. If any LARPers in Australia, hit me up and we'll send you pamphlets.
Can you imagine their barnyard like events? Koala bears, kangaroos, spiders. I'm trying to think of other weird
The
ass
spider's gonna be the mascot.
Can you imagine someone dressing as a giant spider for an event?
I mean,
Oh wait, never mind. I did that.
So then, yes, you can imagine it, Catnip.
Tell me about you dressing as a giant spider.
I'm known in Winter's Edge to just fight. Like, I made a joke about Catnip Everbitch because everyone's like, she's never on the battlefield. Well, I kind of made the joke that she has multiple monster personality disorder. That's why she's never there, because of her multiple personalities. And there was one event, I think it was like it was one of the last few CCs, and Cade was like, I need you to be a spider. I was like, okay, I'll be a spider. And he made this web in front of me that people had to go through. It was pitch black. I had like googly eyes on my head. I had like pool noodles. And that was the first event I met Duffer before I was belted to him, because like they weren't including him and his grandson. I thought that was bull. And he was like, hey guys, I got this. He goes through the web. He goes, if you let me pass, I'll give you a cookie. And I'm a girl that likes her food. So I was like, hell yeah,
Did
my
Duffer
man.
say that, or Asriel?
Duffer.
Okay.
So, and then he's like, but don't attack them until they get in your web. I'm going to tell them to come on through, and then you can go shank them. And I was like, yeah. I have like a pole arm. And he goes, yeah, guys, the spider said we can go through. He goes past me. So is this his grandson? And then everyone's getting in the web, and I was like, and just started shanking them. And Duffer goes, so long, suckers. Thanks for not including me, and walked off. And I was like,
Straight savage. That's great.
Well, speaking of cookies, Duffer makes the best food.
yes.
Oh my god, it's so good. We had potlucks at Radiant Valley, and Duffer made his like chicken noodle soup. Oh my god, it was amazing. It
Oh
was
my
like,
God, Midnight Bacon, y'all.
Midnight Bacon.
Midnight Bacon is going to come back.
Yes.
Where's our bacon?
I'm always drunk by Midnight Bacon, and
That's the best time to have bacon. That's when you go to Waffle House, but Waffle House is already there.
we had a lot of leftover bacon one year, and Duffer gave me a whole fistful of it, and I shoved all of it into my mouth at once, and then Clover was trying to talk to me about something, but it was just a mouthful of bacon.
I have something important to talk to you together.
So now we know that vegetables can be carnivorous.
Yeah, I'm a carnivorous plant.
She gotta get her protein.
That's right.
I mean, vegetables gotta grow. It's either blood or meat. I mean, which one you want? It ain't sunlight and fertilizer. It's blood and meat.
Did I tell you the story about how I almost kind of accidentally kidnapped Asriel? This is an exaggeration, but
it's not kidnapping unless
it was
approved.
actually the Thundercluck Rebellion.
All right.
So we planned like a group to go down there, and Asriel was on there, and I didn't realize that he was like 14 and under. I thought at the time he had like a mustache.
He's tall.
He's really tall.
Yes.
And so we're like halfway down there, and I like for some reason we were talking about everyone's ages, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm 14," and I was like, "What?" I can't drive you alone. I'm gonna get banged.
The authorities are coming for me.
So I texted Duffer and I was like, "Can you give me something that makes me like Asriel's guardian for this event? I don't want to get banned. Save me." And of course he did, and then we went down there and it was totally fine. I didn't get banned.
I think.
But yeah, I did not
have,
realize he was young. So.
We have that a lot in our kingdom where we were like, "Wait, how old are you?" And then you just feel
Like
old.
toast.
Oh my God, like toast.
I have Toast's jacket at my house because he came over when we were doing backyard fighter practice, and he accidentally left it there. I need to return that to Toast.
See, again, all these people I haven't seen in so long.
Toast does look way older than
Yes, a lot of these kids
16 or
do.
however old he is.
Don't you feel old when you look at some of these kids? Are like they look like 16 something. I'm like, what was wrong with me as a kid? I didn't look this old. I looked like a dweeb.
A tweeb.
A dweeb.
It's like a dweeb, but worse.
Yes. I looked my age. I looked like a kid, and everyone else looked like it throws me off. I'm like, wait, how old are you?
That's okay. That just means when you're ancient, you'll look young still.
I hope so. I mean, I don't know, man. Cade is like an energy vampire, and so is Kazan. That's why they look so young. And that's why Jerk is broken, because Cade lived with him for so long, and now that's why.
Yeah, he's just sucked the life.
Yeah, man, he sucked the life out, and Chuck just hasn't learned the Mander way of like being an energy vampire.
Wait, I don't know this way.
You have to. It's a process.
See, that's why your belt lines are paired up. That way they have someone to feed off of.
I mean, we Everbitches got a lot of energy. I mean, I'm still kicking.
Very fiery people, the Everbitches.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
I live that fire life.
So Thundercluck is a spicy chicken sandwich. Okay.
It is a spicy chicken sandwich. He's a very fabulous spicy chicken sandwich. He ain't living that calm life. He's
Excellent,
a chicken.
guys. We're approaching the 1 hour mark in a few minutes. And so typically to end and kind of like give a nice end cap to our podcast, we ask for your wackiest Amtgard stories. So if you want to give us one of those.
I'm trying to think of a good one.
Captain first.
Captain trying to think. Oh my gosh.
Come on, you just talked about dressing up as a giant spider and a chicken.
Oh gosh! No, that made me think. Hold up.
Okay,
Actually,
go.
no, not Captain first. You killed it.
No, I didn't. It's fine. I have Teflon's mic. He was too hard on his mic.
So one of the funny things I can think of is one of the last events at the Cumberland Center before we stopped having Kingdom events there. I was
Is
on
that the murder barn?
The murder barn.
Okay.
So I was on the monster team with Catnip and a few other people. And at the beginning of the day, we were kind of like roaming monsters in the open world scenario. And we had these like raptor face hats. It's like the upper half of a raptor's face. And we're like running around just yelling, "Scream!" and everything as we're attacking them. But there was a bounty on us. If you killed or captured the raptors and took them to the barn to prove that, hey, look, I killed them, then you got paid in soul gems. But whoever killed us, instead of killing us and like taking our hats, just took us alive into the barn. So the whole way we're walking, just scream at the top of our lungs, and it's
My goal was to get released. I thought if I'd be annoying, they might just said, "Screw the reward, bye."
It's like echoing in the barn, and everybody's
Oh my
looking at us like, "What are y'all doing?" And we're just like, "Scream!"
Oh my gosh.
I was also a raptor, not at the murder barn, but we had a monster costume contest. And I was like a raptor.
Oh my gosh. The one I can remember, and it involves Teflon. So there was this event where they asked a bunch of paragons and people they deemed like really good at their class to play like the anti-team.
Mm-hmm.
Was this the time travel event?
Yes. I think that's the event. But this one is like we had to dress up like monsters with our class. So I was an archer and I picked a what is it called? A Wendigo? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. And I decided to get fake blood.
Mm-hmm.
And the costume shop where I got the chicken suit has fake blood. Mm-hmm. And it was weird because like I ordered it but not realizing, and Cade told me like, it's supposed to apparently taste like marshmallows. And I was like, the blood's supposed to taste like marshmallows? And he goes, yeah, that's what it says. So Jarek and Teflon are with me. They're painting each other green.
Right. Because he's Grimoire.
Yeah. And Jarek's an ogre.
Mm-hmm.
And they're painting each other green as I'm like dousing my face in blood and like putting bloody handprints all over myself, putting my antlers on. And then Teflon's like, is that uncomfortable, like putting all that blood? I'm like, I mean, it's supposed to taste like marshmallows. And he goes, does it taste like marshmallows? I was like, I don't know. You want to taste? And I hand him to it. Then Jarek just comes and licks my face. And I was just like dumbfounded by this. And he goes, oh my God, it tastes like marshmallows. And then Teflon comes and licks my face. And I was like, and then they were all dumbfounded by this. And Solus,
did it taste like marshmallows?
It did. And Solus came around the corner and saw the action, and he just backed away slowly like he saw a murder or something.
Well, yeah, they were licking blood off your face.
And I was just like, I was in utter shock that I just got like licked because the blood tasted like marshmallows. And I was like, I was just going to hand you the jar. We're going to like just maybe dip your finger in it or something. And they're like, oh.
You have to make it weird.
That's
yeah,
what.
this is Amtgard. That's they
Well,
have to
Teflon,
escalate.
I think Teflon read my face. He goes, "Oh shit, might be." And then Jarek's like, "No, you don't get that easy." We had to make things awkward. I'm like, damn it. But yeah, and then that was the whole event where everyone was like tasting the blood jar of marshmallows.
Nice.
It's weird. Like, I don't understand.
It's weird, but not unusual.
Well,
for the
apparently there was a
game.
grape flavor, and Kate thought I would enjoy the marshmallow one more, which she was right.
Yeah, I hate fake grape flavor.
Yeah, it makes me think of like Dimetap.
Yeah,
That I had to
exactly.
take
That's
as
why
a
I don't
kid.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I feel like every generation has a medicine flavor. Like my dad hates raspberry because
Yep.
theirs was raspberry, and then I hate grape because
Yeah. Grape or cherry?
yeah, I
Bubblegum.
think that's our generation's.
Yeah.
Bubblegum, because they used to flavor like
The penicillin.
the
thing.
penicillin with bubblegum. And it was like
That's disgusting. How about no? And say we did
no.
or didn't. Let's just not.
All right. Well, this has been sick having you guys on. So thank you guys so much for coming on our podcast. It was great having you, especially doing our first in-person WAP with guests. Quan would have been here, but they were working the raft guides in the mountains. They do like whitewater rafting tours.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Watch out for the dwarves.
Yeah,
You
watch
and
out for
dwarves.
those mountain pirates.
Look, Quan might be able to handle themselves, man, out there with the dwarves. But I mean, we want to make sure they come back.
I'm gonna come to your house one day, and there's gonna be like a dwarf under the counter, isn't there?
There's gonna be a lot of weird things at my house. I mean, let's be real. I got a cat that follows me and is on a leash. I mean,
So normally when Quan comes over and we record these podcasts, we're together, and they bring Bilbo. And last time, Bilbo was running to the car and he stripped off his garb, and Flo found his garb in the driveway, and so we were joking that Bilbo's gonna get banned for streaking.
but Bobo's trying to live
That's
his
a
best
COC.
life.
His free real life.
It's pretty. He's like, I don't want to wear garb today. Yeah. You can't tell me what to do. It's like, damn. I love the little garb on him. He's
It's cute.
It's
the
so
little
cute.
hot dog. Ah.
yeah, little hot dog.
Perfect.
You're a little hot dog.
Do you know Quan got a custom award for Bilbo's garb? It's an out of kingdom award too. It's
Ooh.
achievements in puppetdashery.
Puppadashery, I
Yeah.
love it.
I want to see more custom awards.
I
Oh,
love
that'd be
custom awards.
fun.
I have a custom award.
Ooh, what is it?
Vegemite.
I knew it was gonna be some
Okay.
vegetables. I knew it.
What'd you get it for?
Sylvan Glade had a vegetable persona contest, and I already have a vegetable persona. So I just entered.
This is like Veggie Tales, but for adults.
Yeah.
And I approve this. Catnip approve.
So you had to like draw your little persona, and so I drew this person with like a big onion head that was a stinky barbarian.
No.
So I also have a mask. I don't know if it's been entered into the orc because the orc has been down lately, but I got my first mask last weekend for smelling like a barbarian.
That's excellent.
Wow.
Oh.
I love it.
That's why I'm called Vidalia, because I smell like onions. If you didn't know the story.
I did not.
Yeah, I get rather pungent
I got
all the
it.
time. I was gonna say on field or at events, but it's all the time.
I laugh out that because mine was supposed to be a pet name and everyone thought it was a LARP name at a DAG event.
Nice.
And then my last name came from my ex-boyfriend. Because I was like, he was like, you need a last name. I was like, well, what should it be? And he goes, Everbitch, because you're a bitch. And then walked off. And everyone thought we were going to fight. And I was like, you know what? I accept this name. This is my new name.
I love it when people like actually have the balls to read it out in court. Like,
I love to see people. I don't know why. I get really. I find it funny when people get uncomfortable saying it. I understand when there's kids,
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
when there's no kids and they're just uncomfortable saying it, I was like, yes, say my name.
I love like the censoring. It's like ever beep.
Or it's catnip, star.
yeah.
I was like, yes. Or I'm just sitting there like looking at him like, say my name. Do it.
What's my name? Ooh, I'm gonna spell it out for you.
All right, guys, that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming on.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe to our podcast on YouTube or Spotify to get notified about new episodes. And make sure to follow us on Facebook for announcements and more.